Well, hello YouTubers and welcome back to the channel. Yeah, here we are, editing away again. um, okay, so some of you who watch the channel regular will know that a friend of mine, my best mate Andy, is a wooden boat builder and shipwright, A&J Thomas Boat Builders. Him and his wife Jenny own a company that restore, build, renovate, anything to do with wooden boats they'll take on. Jenny's the engineer and Andy's the wooden shipwright. Now, a while back, if you scroll down through the videos, you'll see a boat called Silver Quest that Andy's been working on. Big 50-foot thing. Now, originally it was covered in concrete years back because it got some rotten planking and they thought that'd be a good way of saving the boat. Well, all that really happened was that the boat then rotted from the inside. And it was condemned about a year or so ago now, maybe a little bit more, maybe getting on for 2 years. I've lost track with COVID. We've all lost a year. Now, Andy came across the guy because he was looking for some advice on where to get trees cut down, and because he needed masses of oak and larch and all sorts of woods. And then he found out that Andy was a talented wooden shipbuilder, and Andy was on the job. I did think I may get on that job at one point, but of course I was late back from Greece last year and missed out on quite a lot of work and stuff. I like working with Andy. I learn a lot, and he's good company. We have a good laugh when we're working, and that always helps. So Andy took this job on. It was a massive, massive job, and I'm so proud of him for what he's achieved with it. They built a new boat basically around what was left. If you look at this video now, you'll see Andrew's replaced pretty much, I'd say, 85% of the boat. Well, the boat's hull anyway. So yeah, I'll explain as we go through the video because I can't now use the way I used to do my videos back in the day. I can't now use the footage from past videos from that era. I now save the clips and I can do that now, but back then I couldn't. So what I'm going to have to do is explain what's going on. So first of all, Andy's showing a friend of mine, Chicken Boy, as we call him, where they used to keep the wood. Now, in this fenced off area, the wood was stacked. These planks were playing probably, I don't know, 6 inches deep. Big pieces of tree cut down, and they were stacked 6 foot high. The yard was full. Andy's had to pick the ones he wanted for the shape he needed because the grain and the direction of the grain and everything's very important to where they put that plank. He's had to pick that bit of wood up, take it in, plane it, shape it, make it into a plank or a stem, or in some cases a rib, or a deck fitting. And it just such a talented guy. And then he's had to put it on the boat. And the yard, as you'll see in this clip, is now empty. So let's have a look at the yard.
There was like stack there, stack here, 8 or 10 stacks down through there, all up over 5-6 foot high. You need a little bit shaping them, and then they cart them off to the saw.
Yeah, last time I was there, this was full of trees. There you go. So Andy's had to cut all these bits up and plane them and shape them and make them into planks and all sorts of stuff.
I've been in Scandinavia. I've done quite a bit of work there about 20 years ago. And they just walk away from it.
So there'll probably be some of this wood up for grabs then, Andy.
Yeah. Yeah, I've already earmarked a load of it for joists for the mezzanines in the workshop. So I haven't got the money to pay for it yet, so if someone else grabs it first.
Well, that was the yard where the wood was stored, masses and masses of it, and as you can see, it's pretty much all gone now. Andy's going to use some of it to finish his workshop off, I think. So let's go and have a look inside, shall we? Now, the last time, if you scroll down the videos, you'll see the last time I went in there, they were steaming the planks on. On the first video, it was horrendous. I just thought it was firewood. But when I saw them steaming the planks on, I thought, well, yeah, Andy's doing a good job here. He's going to save this boat. But what you're about to see, even I mean, I know Andy's clever, but it shocked me, to be fair. It's a brand new boat. The work he's done is absolutely outstanding. And I mean, yeah, all right, he'll say he's had help and he's had people working with him, but yeah, as you'll see from the video, he's done an outstanding job. So let's have a look at what she looks like now, shall we? Andy.
Mucking about, yeah.
So, some of you might have watched a video last year about the silver crest. I don't know why I can't remember what it is. Quest. The boat that Andy was rebuilding, that was ferrule cement over a wooden frame, and unfortunately it rotted from the inside out. So they thought it'd be a good idea to repair it, and he's ended up building a new boat. So let's go and have a look and see what he's done.
Just got to get the keys. Right, so you'll have to turn it off.
Oh, we might have to cut that bit out.
Yeah.
Anyway, we've got Chicken Boy with us there, the chicken muncher. Because he's quite interested to see what's going on. He quite fancies this boat here. So if the owner's watching this, he might have somebody who wants to purchase it. He's got some Haribo and some pocket money.
I've earned my pocket money this week.
Right, so last time you saw this, it looked like this. Hopefully I've got the bit of film that went in there, and if I haven't, then you're going to laugh because you'll see me. Yeah, anyway. So now it looks like that. Look at that. It's like a brand new boat. Well, it is really. Yeah, back last year there was a big hole there, and I shouted up to old Poms, "What are you doing, Poms?" He didn't shout he was mucking about, because he ain't got the sort of sense of humour me and Andy have got. But as you can see, all the planking's done, all the corking's done. It's all in primer. So, do you want to tell us what you did, Andy?
I mucked about, Rogie.
Because he's always mucking about.
Yeah. Well, from start to finish, it took about 12 months, pretty much to the day. So, one bag going. We've replaced, I would say, about 70% of the frames, 75%. All the beam shelves, all the beam clamps, all the deck beams, putting new hatch framings, and totally replanked her and recorked her. New stern, new stem post. Yeah, lots and lots and lots of work. So, all in 12 months.
Yeah.
So come and have a look. See the twists and turns in the planking here.
Yeah. I bet it was a nightmare steaming those in.
These thick strokes. About yay thick.
No.
2.5 inches thick. But you stuff them inside a bag.
Is he picture proper for this room?
Yeah, that's why he keeps going around in circles. But Yeah, basically you template your plank, but you strike your line of plank on the roof and it's got to go with battens, mark all the frames up, and then you make your template. Go out to the wood pile, pick out a suitable shape bit of wood, slice it up, machine it up, put the caulking seams on, and then you put it in the steam bag for about 2 hours, 2.5 hours, something like that, depending on thickness and shape. And then you clamp and steam it around. Yeah. The stanchions.
Look at that. As you can see, got a new deck on there. Look at that. As you can see, got a new deck on there.
All looks pretty. This would be to take the defender in, I suppose.
Yeah. I'll see if I can find the footage and stick it in of Andy steaming these planks in, because I think I took some video of that last year. But if not, and I can't find it, just look at the curve on that. He's a magician. For all his mucking about.
Well, the surveyors condemned it, so we didn't do too bad.
No.
Yeah.
So now they've got to do the roof. Apparently that's rotten, so they're going to be doing that.
I don't know if you want to have a look inside.
Yeah, do.
Or,
Right, so we've just come in there. You can see Chicken Boy winging his way up. And there's the galley and the saloon. We'll go downstairs and find Andy now. Then we can see what's been going on down here.
a bit dark for you.
So there you go. You can see some of Andy's handiwork. So which bits did you replace, Andy?
Well, it'd be easier to say which we had.
Yeah.
Pretty much all of the framing up here we've renewed. New deck beams. But before you put the deck beams in, you have to put in the beam shelf, which all the beams, like, they're all dovetailed in.
Yeah.
Yeah. And bolted right through. And then you put what you call your beam clamp, which strengthens the whole sides of the boat. Big piece on the edge of it. And that goes right from there. I'd say a good 35, 40 foot back, all the way through.
So that's that bit there.
Yeah, that's the clamp. That ties the beam shelf to the deck beams.
Stops it all falling apart.
Yeah. Yeah, well, this is new. Okay.
Some serious amounts of work gone on.
We come in one day, I think it was around about in February, March last year, and we had props and all sorts keeping it all together. For some unknown reason, the whole deck, the old deck, had dropped by about 18 inches and it pushed the sides out. So we had to take everything apart, reconstruct it how it should have been with the old stuff so we could start templating. Yeah, challenging.
So there you go. We would go through the back and show you the aft, but I didn't bring my light with me, so you won't see much.
I've got a headlamp in a van.
Have you?
Yeah.
See, there's always a solution.
Always options.
What a bit of kit. What do you reckon, Chicken Muncher?
Nice. A lot of work, isn't it?
Yeah.
A lot of work.
Right, Chicken Boy. We'll see how this goes with the head torch.
Back on.
Yeah,
Off
back
you go,
on.
Miner.
Off we go. There are no problems, just solutions. There you go, you can see some more of Andy's handiwork in there. I'm trying to remember what, because I did see this before it was took apart, but I can't remember what the rooms were now.
We had to prop the wheelhouse up and brace it on 3x2 steels, yeah,
Oh yeah, I was there, I remember doing that.
to get the main oak beams in. They go full width. Full width, about their 6x6s. Bloody great lumps. Yeah, there's your beam shell. Yeah. Which is bolted through that and through the planking. And then you've got your deck beams which bolt down through that. And then this bolts through the whole lot and through the beams as well. So it's not going to fall apart in a hurry.
Yeah, so you see those red metal structures there. As Andy was saying, when I turned up one afternoon, that was so they didn't have to, otherwise you'd have had to take the wheelhouse and all the top structure, superstructure off the boat, so, because there was nothing holding it up. So they put a row of those in to hold all that in place while they built around, around the boats. And like I say, if you look, there isn't really much of the old boat left now.
Yeah.
Oh, now this is more my area. Look, big old gardener there. I get all excited about stuff like that. It's even got one of them old belts from the pre-war days.
I think it's a 6LB.
You can take links out of those belts. My compressor used to run those. Yeah, I think it's a 6LXB in it, this one.
Yeah.
You can tell by the heads, but the generator at the back there.
Just watch your feet.
Yeah. So those of you who are boaty or gardenery, have a look at that.
See the size of the new stern post, look. Deadwood.
Oh yeah.
All that was rotten ripe back around the stern. That's where we started.
Actually, I'll get some video footage of that. There we go. Yeah, you see all this structure. Oh, all this structure here. Again, I'll go through my archives and see if I can find it. But there's Andy made all that, and they're not exactly
just me.
the shape that you'd see. They're when you see them planing them off, they were like, well, he's a magician.
Yeah, you'll have
Hydraulic steering. And Nice big generator. And there's the old gardener. Look at that for a clean bilge. I love those engines. Fire once every lamppost. Loads and loads of torque. I think they only do about 1500 RPM flat out. They're built to spin a big old flywheel, so they're ideal for boats and stuff, because they'll turn a big prop all day long and sip a bit of diesel while they're doing it. Negotiate my way out of here now. So yeah, that's the engine room. So they've just got to refit the thing now. Looks like that was the shower room at some point.
Yeah, this was something So there you go.
Silver Quest.
Yep.
Quest.
Quest is completed.
Well, nearly.
It is on my side anyway. But yeah.
So will you be taking another one like this on, Andy?
After a couple of years rest, yeah.
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 The decks have come out nice, haven't they?
Yeah, he's done a nice job of that.
So is that actually teak planking, or is it?
Yeah, it's teak.
Mm.
That's about the third time it's been relaid. Each time it's been planed down a bit more.
Yeah.
But where all the old fastenings were, there's no actual fastenings in there. It's all glued.
Oh right.
It's all glued down. But what all the dowels you see is all the old fixings where they put dowels in.
Yeah.
Put bigger countersinks in and put teak dowels in. Yeah.
So they've still got a bit of work to do. So when I come back next year,
Yeah.
from Greece,
It might be in the water.
it might be in the water then, and we'll see if we can maybe get a ride on it. Who knows?
Yeah, that'll be nice.
I don't think Sean, the owner's worried about that. I think he'd let us do that. So it's goodbye from me, and it's goodbye from him.
Bye.
Say bye-bye, Andy.
Bye-bye, Andy.
So there we go, Silver Quest. And yes, I've got my bins on. I'm still editing. And I've took my contact lenses out, and it's another day. You don't know the lengths I go to get these videos to you. It took 2 days to do this, and me and Andy have been sending pictures backwards and forwards over the internet. Yeah, so isn't he a talented guy? I mean, my God. I'm so impressed with what he's done. I'm so proud of him for doing that. I don't think I can big it up enough. It looks a big job on the video, but I can tell you, having watched Andy do this from last year to where it is now, that was a mammoth job. The planks were, well, I don't know how 2 people could lift them. I think it probably took 2 or 3 people, maybe 4, to lift the planks in place. And as Andy was explaining, to get them to bend these big oak planks, which is about 3 inches thick, Andy come up with the idea of having a bag made. So a friend of ours sewed up a bag. They put the plank in the bag and sealed it, and at the other end there was a pipe that went downstairs, because they were upstairs when I watched them doing it. Went downstairs to an old gas cylinder that was full of water, and under that was a burner, and that created steam which went up the pipe into the bag, and they'd leave it for a few hours to get nice and hot and steamed up, and then they could take it out. Well, I think they left it in the bag actually, and they'd bend it round the boat. and clamp it up. Andy's probably going to tell me I've explained that really badly. But that's basically what I saw them do. They'd steam the plank in the bag, clamp it to the boat so it was the shape they needed, and when it cooled down, to take the bag off and then drill it and screw it in place. Yeah, just a massive job. But these are the things we do as we get older. We get better at our jobs, and we take bigger and better things on. Except for me, who just ends up welding old cars back together. Although I do work with my friend Andy on boats, which I love doing. Like I said earlier, Andy's a great guy to work with. We have a good laugh when we're doing stuff, and I learn a lot off him. So that was this week's video. I hope you enjoyed it. We're counting down the days now, not weeks. I've almost run out of work here. The boat's on the hard in MDL Dartside Yard. It's on the market now at 38 grand. However, I was talking to the broker about this the other day. I would take an offer if somebody wants to take it on. There's a fair bit of servicing work that I wasn't expecting to have to do. If somebody takes it on and wants to do the work, I will take an offer. The anodes are on order. I've already brought the oil. There's 25 litres of oil on board ready to go in the engines. And I think the anti-foul's on order. Me and Andy are probably going to have a crack at... I know you shouldn't anti-foul the boat before it goes in, but of course it's for sale, so I want it to look smart. So me and Andy will probably this Sunday put one coat of anti-foul on just so that people can see it. You know, it is a nice boat. And I'm cleaning the inside out. Exciting times. I'm a bit nervous about it all. I haven't quite earned... I've had a few questions about all this, so I'll try and answer them very quickly because this was quite a long video. Have I earned enough money to go back? No. Will I be going back and surviving? Yes. Yeah, basically, you can only charge for what you do. And yeah, I'm a few bob short, really. But I'll manage. I always do. If the boat sells, then that's plan B. I can dip into a little bit of that money, and that will help. I've sold the storage van. Well, I'm selling the storage van. Hopefully the guy will pick that up soon. My bike wayward child has been moved. I might put that in this video before the titles roll. And yeah, we'll be back in Kefalonia early March. So those of you who wanted a Kefalonia clip this time, I'm sorry about that. There won't be one. But next week I might try and find some old footage and stick it in for you. And we'll see what happens next week, because you just never know what's happening in Rudge World. If you haven't subscribed, please do. Like, share, tag, subscribe. Sit back and enjoy the ride. Thanks ever so much for watching, and thanks ever so much for supporting me. Thanks ever so much for your comments, and thank you to those people who have subscribed. Look out for the coffee page and the patron page that will be coming up fairly shortly. Catch you guys next week. Thanks for watching. Okay, there she is, the love of my life, the only consistent woman in it. Tuesday, which will be next up, I would think, so like that. I'm moving Sovereign Bay over to this yard. Now, for obvious reasons, the bike's been off the road because I've been in Greece since before COVID. I had nowhere to put it living on a boat, so it went into my storage van, which is a 96 non-turbo 2.5 T4 short wheelbase. As you can see, Momo steering wheel and bucket seats. Hasn't been on the road for about 15 years. Solid as a rock underneath. Looks a bit scruffy, but it's all surface rust, that is. That'll all come off. So yeah, for obvious reasons I haven't said much about the bike being in there. Although it's on cameras here, and the van was backed up against that post and immobilised, I didn't want the bike disappearing. Anyway, a good friend of mine has said he'll have it up at his place, so that's what we're going to do. And I've missed this machine. The sooner I get it out to Kefalonia the better, but she's going to need a whole lot of cleaning up. 3 years in that van have not been kind to her. As you can see, the the breather bottle from the crankcase is full, which means she's sumped, which is common. Let's crack on and get the stuff back in the van.